All right, this is my drug tiers list. So this is try to compile a list of every single drug that I've done personally in my life, quite a few of them, and I'm going to rank them. So let's start off with Adderall, the good old-fashioned college drug of choice. I use this a lot for studying, but also a lot for partying. Sort of gives you a cocaine feel, but you have to do way less of it throughout the night, which is nice. So I think I'm going to throw this in, I guess B tier. Not as bad of a hangover on Adderall compared to cocaine, but I do feel a little more antisocial, sort of upper feeling compared to cocaine. So I'll put it in B tier. Next one is beers or not hard alcohol. Definitely the drug of choice that has made it through every phase of my life. So, um, with beer, you can drink a lot and not black out, which is nice. Although it can take you quite a few to get to the level you're trying to be at. So, if you're trying to get drunk quickly, it's not the best. You can definitely get hungover off drinking a ton of beer, which is also not great, but it's the tried and true, stay the course, so I'm going to throw it in A tier. Next one is cigarettes. Personally, one of my least favorite drugs, so yeah, just not a lot good things to say about cigarettes. They smell like shit. They make me feel like shit personally. Even when I'm drunk, I don't necessarily enjoy them. Makes my hangovers way worse. So, yeah, not a lot I can say about them. They're obviously addictive as fuck. So we're gonna throw cigarettes in the F tier. Okay, next one up is cocaine. Um, Another drug that was used quite a bit in college and has potentially been used more so out of college. Seeing as a ton of my friends do cocaine still. For me, it gives me some gnarly hangovers, which is not great. Anytime I do it now, even if I do a bump, I just kind of feel like I need to keep on doing it, which is not great either. I definitely had a coke phase in college, but it just seems like the effects last less and less as I keep using it, and the hangovers get worse and worse. I can literally almost throw this in F tier at this point, but somehow, for some reason, anytime it's around, I'm drunk. I still want to do it, so C tier. Okay, DXM Robitussin. This is a fucking weird one. Of all the psychedelics I've done in my life, I probably had the weirdest trip ever on DXM Robitussin, which is weird as hell. It was like almost an out of body experience. It was very weird. Definitely did way too much that time. But in lower doses than that, it's pretty fun. It's definitely not one that I've done in any sort of recent capacity, but it has its time and its place. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Honestly, I'm a big enough fan of it where B tier seems about right. So next up, I don't know what order they did this in, but next up is edibles, specifically not just weed, edibles. Definitely had an edible phase in like high school, um, where I do a lot of edibles, but yeah, I don't know anymore. Not a big edible guy. I just get way too fucked up. So maybe B tier, C, B. We'll go B. I mean, if you do like a low enough dose, it's fine. You don't get sent to the moon, so it's fine. Um, Next up, we have hard alcohol. Um, this is like the I just need to get fucked up. We're going balls to the wall type of thing. Definitely a lot more throwing up associated with hard alcohol versus beer. So that's not great. It tastes way worse, but it gets the job done a lot quicker. Hangovers can be quite a bit worse, and you can go from 0 to 100 quite a bit quicker. So, with all that being said, it's still something that partake in quite a bit. So, ooh, go B tier. Okay, vaping, nicotine. This has been an on and off, but somewhat tried and true throughout the years. Not just Juul, but all types of vapes. They have like 20 different types of puff bars and whatnot nowadays. Um, it's pretty mild unless you get super addicted to it. It's great when you're hammered. Um, just really goes well when you're drunk, especially for me. So, not as much fun when you're not drunk though. Potentially, there's so much stuff in the B tier, but uh, we'll go B tier. We'll go B tier. It's definitely not like super fun. It's just sort of a mild head high, so we'll go B tier. Next up is ketamine. Not a ton of experience with ketamine, but experiences that I have had have been amazing. Um, so literally, like one of the only experiences I had is my housemate got ketamine one night. It was like I think it was a Monday night, and we took it, and we were literally just having a two-person fucking rager rave in our house for like 5 straight hours, and it was awesome. So I can imagine at a concert or something, this drug would be unbelievable. Um, so no ill side effects that I've ever felt, but just because I haven't done it that much, I can't put it in A, so I'll do, or I can't put it in S, so I'll do A. Next up is LSD, good old acid. Um, Definitely had a very pronounced acid phase in college. Um, yeah, but it was very much a phase that I found acid and I fucking loved it, and I did it a ton, and then I haven't had any sort of urge to do it in like 4 years. So I love acid, um, but I think you just kind of reach a point where I don't know, it's just not worth tripping your dick off for like 8 hours. I guess microdosing is fun, but I don't know. I've had no will or need to do it, but I did absolutely love it when I was doing it, so I'll put it in A tier. Next up is mescaline. Um, Another drug that I have not done very much. I think I've literally done it once or twice. I think anytime I've done it, I've not taken enough of a dose to like trip dick, but definitely felt some mild effects. It was pretty, I don't know, it was mild. It was uplifting, I guess. Um, it might have to be another B tier. I should probably do it like fully at some point, but for now, I think we're hitting B tier. Next up is Molly. I've had sort of random experiences with Molly. I've only really been off the Molly once, but I've had other experiences with like uh, Molly or like ecstasy pills, which I guess are different and just weren't fun. So the one legit time I did take Molly was at a concert, and it was Amazing. I really didn't have much of a come down, but I definitely know people who do Molly all the time, and it like makes them like depressed. So that's not fun. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't have like a strong desire to do more Molly either. I would definitely do it, but definitely only in like a concert setting. So this might be a controversial one, but I think I'm going C tier for the Molly. C tier for the Molly. Next up is another college classic, Vyvanse, which is basically just a like way fucking stronger version of Adderall that like makes you tweak for 12 to 16 straight hours. So absolutely goated study drug without a doubt, but pretty fucking intense. Otherwise, I can't believe anyone like actually gets prescribed Vyvanse. I don't know how you ever sleep or don't just have a heart attack every day if you're taking it every day. Um, I've also partied on it, which was fun, I guess, back in my Adderall days. Um, this is really weird to play with the rest of them because I definitely use it more to study than any sort of like recreational type of thing. So I do fucking love Vyvanse though. It's just so intense. Uh no, there's no way I could put it in A. I'll put it in B, but yeah, I'll put it in B. Just because it's so fucking intense and there's no way to like not be tweaked to the nines off a pill of Vyvanse. At least for me. Um, okay, now we have weed. So weed is definitely the drug that I've done most in my life, bar none, and I fucking love weed, and I was definitely just full blown addicted to weed, which was great and terrible at the same time. Um, it's definitely a drug that if you're like, I mean, addicted, like whatever, mentally, I don't know. It's not like I had like come down when I stopped, but or withdrawals, but um, definitely a drug you can casually be addicted to, and it's pretty chill. Smokes like every night, extremely fat. But yeah, I mean, it's probably S tier for me, even though I don't know, because I haven't done it, or I mean, I've done it, but not like to the extent that I was doing it for years. I do fucking love weed so much, but just because it kind of makes you a piece of shit if you smoke it like 24/7. Like you're just such a lazy piece of shit. I don't know if I can put it in S tier. I'll go A tier for weed. Good old weed. Um, wow, okay. The actual S tier drug that I put on here did not load, but just imagine there's a big mushroom right here. Because that is definitely, at this point, out of all the drugs that I've done, there's probably more that I'm forgetting, but I actually don't even think all the pictures loaded on here for whatever reason, because I definitely put mushrooms, but shrooms, straight to the S tier. Um, Definitely the tried and true. I mean, when I first did shrooms was like during the acid trippy phase, and I was definitely more of an acid head at that time, and shrooms were like whatever. But the shrooms have held up, stood the test of time, and are like the go-to drug if I'm trying to just microdose and like party or chill. I mean, you can have a hell of a fucking um, spectrum of experiences on mushrooms. I mean, you can take a little bit and it's like a stimulant, kind of. You're going out and you're partying, having fun. You can take a little bit of higher dose and you get the psychedelic, almost Molly esque feeling if you're at like a concert or something and you're just in the zone, which is great. You can trip balls, which sometimes is not necessarily what you want to do. There's a one night me and my friends were trying to take it easy, like take some mushrooms and go out and party, but me and this other kid ended up taking way too much and we were so fucking tripped out we just couldn't go out and had to like do the whole yeah, we're sacking up, we're putting on like Pink Floyd and chilling. And you're just immobile for the extended future. So still an S tier, the probably the most versatile drug and just like the fucking best. I mean, you're barely hungover, even if you like trip dick. I mean, you can have some weird experiences. I've never really had any, but um, yeah, mushrooms, definite S tier drug for sure.